location change, except this one is slightly more active of a background. Look at the patterns. Don't look at that, it's not done yet. Hey, what's up you guys? Silent Bella here, and yes, today we are finally getting to a video I've been planning for a while. We are going to be doing a review of Florence by Mills. This is Millie Bobbie Brown's makeup and skincare line, and we will be reviewing it today. I hope you guys like my shirt too. I have a Hot Topic, my hot cash. And by that I mean online, because I don't leave my house. Yeah, ain't she cute? Ooh, 80s. Stranger Things and whatnot. Look, it was either this or a white shirt that says Starcourt Mall on it, and even though I love that shirt, it's not as bright and fun as this one, so. Now, I decided to make this video really easy for you guys because instead of watching me go through the makeup process and putting everything on and then take it all off with the skincare, I went ahead and got the first bit out of the way for you, so you're welcome. By that I mean, it is approximately 9:03 p.m. And this morning when I got up, I had the day off today, I decided to use the makeup today. I used it all day, and I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on it, and then we're going to take it off and use the skincare right now. Now before diving into it, let's keep some things in mind. One, this is a very clean brand. The ingredients are meant to be more clean. No synthetic fragrances, no gluten, no parabens, no things like that. It is also cruelty-free, I believe. Is it? Yes, it is. Yep, cruelty-free and vegan as well for all you vegans out there. Good for all skin types. It is dermatologist tested as well. Apparently good for sensitive skin. Also, we need to keep in mind the core demographic. The core demographic for this brand is teenage girls. Girls around Millie Bobbie Brown's age. I believe she's around 15. So girls in that age range are going to be the core demographic for this entire brand. That's not to say that people outside of that age demographic can't use it. I'm in my 20s and I'm using it right now. And the reason why I say that is because we want, like, I've been seeing a lot of reviews of this brand, particularly the skin tint and the concealer. I've been getting negative reviews from YouTubers because they're like, oh, it doesn't have enough coverage. It's not meant to have enough coverage. They're skin tints. They're supposed to tint the skin. It's a light coverage, hello? So I want you guys to go into this with me with more of an open mind of being, oh, I'm looking for the best coverage in this foundation or whatever, you know, concealer. No, this is meant to be, firstly, for younger girls that don't need all that. We don't need to be giving these girls full coverage foundations and concealers because their skin is fine. Once they get older and they want to use more full coverage, all the power to them. But we need to keep that in mind because this also would work for someone maybe not in that age range but just isn't into wearing a lot of makeup. Maybe they want something that's more of a lightweight. Maybe they want something like me. You know, today I had the day off, went to visit my mom in the hospital. She's fine by the way, just UTI, it's fine, we're good. But I don't want to put on all the glitz and glam to just go spend 12 hours in a hospital room with her and, you know, just hanging out there with my dad and my mom to get her nod. But I didn't want to go barefaced either, so this seemed like a good idea, and now we're going to get into it and see how it worked. So I did use my normal skincare routine this morning. That includes, you know, my normal cleanser, my, you know, toner, eye creams, serums, oils, all that fun stuff, and yes, of course, the glass skin serum, so that was sort of my primer. As for the skin tint, this is the first thing we're going to be talking about. This is the Like a Light skin tint. I got the shade F020, and this is the shade that matched me the best, so you guys can look at it. And it is 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty standard for most foundations anyway. And the application is a little pumpy tube like this, which I like because it is a little more controlled. So how it went on. It is very lightweight. I didn't really feel it on my skin. It doesn't feel too heavy. The coverage is light, but for a light coverage, it did a pretty nice job, honestly. Like, so I don't know if you guys can see it because the lighting's a little weird, but I'll tell you from my experience. So when I put it on, did it cover up my little pimples that I have up here and down here and here? No. But it did kind of like give some coverage. It's a tint. It's a skin tint, guys. We're talking about something that you just slap on because you don't want to leave the house without anything on, but you don't really need a lot of coverage. I, for one, think it looks great. And again, I've had this on for hours and it still looks nice. I would wear this again on like a day off or things like that, or if I want to run errands, but I just want to put something on real quick without, again, the glitz and glam. I personally really like this. And with this one, you just blend it with your fingertips. I just slapped it on with my fingertips and it went on really nicely. So not too hard of an application either. The next step, of course, is concealer, and for that I use the See You Never concealer, and I got mine in the shade FL025. I picked this one because I do have dark circles, so I always like myself a concealer with a bit of a pink tone in it, and this one does have like a little bit of a pink tone. You guys can see right here. This one, its applicator is a little different. It's not a wand, it's not a pump, it is one of these. It's like the little cold tube. You use a metal tip and then you use your fingers to blend. I did actually like the application of this. When I put it on, so I'll put a little on just so you guys can see. So, if you can see here, squeeze a little bit, and then you put it on, and a little bit on, and then you just blend it on. Now the cold tip of this, it actually did feel like my eyes were perking up this morning because, you know, wake up tired. But this actually, like putting it on in the morning, like the coldness of it, even the coldness right now, it helps, like I feel it in my under eye area and I feel like it perks up. So I really enjoyed that aspect. In terms of the coverage, it is, again, supposed to be a small tint. It's not supposed to be like super coverage, but in terms of the coverage, honestly, it was better than I expected it would to be. Like, cause I thought I'd still have to see my dark circles like really bad. Like I can only see them a little bit. That's another thing I should mention. According to Millie Bobbie Brown, this brand, you're supposed to be able to see like your imperfections. They're supposed to be through because beauty is like you. We shouldn't be hiding it so much, which I agree. And on the one hand, it's a bit hypocritical because I do hide my insecurities, and we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, no, it did a nice little job of doing some coverage. I didn't actually really need to reapply. The one thing I will get to in a minute explain with mascara, because out of all the makeup she has, I only opted out of getting 2 items. One was a mascara, one was a brow tint. For my brows, I did go ahead and I used the Anastasia Brow Wiz instead of my normal goof proof because I want a more natural look. But also because I already have a gel and I just didn't really feel like it. And the mascara because it is not out yet, at least not in my store. So I used Roller Lash. I did notice like black right here, like leaking out. I don't know if that's the concealer itself or it's because since I was at the hospital and I did lay down in the bed because my mom was sitting in the chair. She chose to, by the way. I did not get out of her bed. I don't know if maybe it just also when I was hugging her, I don't know if it like just kind of smudged. I'll have to do more experimentation on that. I don't know if it's the mascara, I don't know if it's the concealer, I don't know if it's the combo. I will update you guys on that when I find out, but for now, other than that small issue, other than that, I actually did like this concealer. I forget the price points. I think this is like $14, I want to say, and then I believe this is $16, but it's not that bad. Like the price points, by the way, this isn't a prestige brand, this is more of like a drugstore mass brand, like in terms of price, but the quality is pretty good, especially considering it's a clean brand. So I would recommend the concealer as a pair with the skin tint. If you wanted one of those, oh, I have the day off, I'm running errands, I just want to slap something on thing, and you know, not have to worry about it. So I personally really liked it, and again, it's holding up pretty well in terms of, because again, I touched the side for you guys, the side stop and touched up, it's still doing pretty good. So I mentioned the insecurities of mine. So for me, my insecurity doesn't really lie with my skin, like, or my under eye areas, or even my brows sometimes. Well, my brows sometimes, but as long as I can like brush them into place, it's fine. My insecurity lies with my face shape. So I have a heart-shaped face, if you guys haven't noticed. If you see right here, I have the little widow's peak and it goes into a heart shape. But this right here, your girl's a little insecure about this. It's particularly when she moves her face and a little double chin appears. So your girl is also very attached to her contour. That is my weakness. And I wanted to go into this today using just her stuff and minimal anything else as possible. So again, this is something you don't want to put on a lot of glitz and glam. So I told myself I'm not wearing contour today. I'm not wearing highlight. The highlight is fine. I go sometimes without highlight. The contour was a little scary for me, but you know, it was fine. I'm still really cute. So, but something I did decide to try that I'm not usually one to try is blush. So I used her Cheek Me Later cream blush. And I got the shade Stellar Sabrina. I believe she named these after her friends, which I think is really cute. This is the blush. It is a cream blush, like I mentioned. So here's me in blush. We have a little thing, because sometimes I feel like when I put blush on myself, I feel like I put on too much. If I'm putting it on other people, I feel like I do a pretty good job, but on myself, I don't know. So this one was interesting to me because apparently you can also use this as a lip color, and I did try that on the store and it does look really pretty. It looks very similar to this, which I'll get to as well. But yeah, this is a cream blush, so you can see right here. And with this one, I took a little bit and I dabbed it on my cheeks and I blended it out with my fingertips, and it looked really cute. I was surprised. Again, I'm not one for blush, but I would wear this on the daily. because it's not like a lot, and it does have like a powder finish. So I do like that. It doesn't look sticky or anything. It looks very natural. It looks like a natural rosiness. So I did really like this blush. It was out of my comfort zone, not only using this, but again, no contour, but I did like the look that it gave me. It does give that natural flush. There are other colors, of course. There's like more neutral colors, more like pinks. I personally am more of a fan of this kind of color if I wanted a blush, but I would definitely suggest trying them out if you like blush. Even if you don't like blush, give it a try. Speaking of lips, so what I'm wearing is her Get Gloss lip gloss, and then this one is called Modern Mills. So this is what the gloss looks like. Now, this gloss, it is not food proof. I will let you guys know that. In terms of reapplying, I've had to reapply this all day 3 times. So one was after breakfast, one was after lunch, and then the last time was just now when it was really starting to fade away because I wanted you guys to see the color. So this isn't really, I can't say this is like, oh, this is the perfect gloss if you just want to put it on and not have to think about it. No, you're gonna need a liquid lip for that, my dear. Preferably a matte one, maybe a Lancome or a MAC, something like that. If you don't want to have to think about, oh, I have to reapply my gloss, this ain't the gloss for you. I'm just gonna be real with you. If you don't care or you don't mind, it's perfectly fine. And again, this one comes in different colors. There's like pinks and nudes. I personally really like this kind of color. I think it paired really well with the blush. But yeah, that's my one thing. As in terms of application, it is when I put it on, it looks kind of streaky. So I do have to kind of like dip into it again to, fill it in. So that is kind of a bummer. I can't say I regret buying it. I would just say that if you're kind of picky about your lip glosses, like you want that perfect gloss kind of thing, this ain't it, sis. But if you're not picky with your lip glosses, if you don't mind having to reapply, then this is good for you. And again, for younger girls, just playing around with makeup or, starting out with makeup, I feel like this is a good stepping stone. Like I did mention, I did use a different mascara. I used Roller Lash today, and I did use my Anastasia Brow Wiz. I did not use any eyeshadow today. Also something not super out of the blue for me. I usually would at least put on maybe like a nude sparkle kind of color, but I decided to opt out today. And then other than that, I did use the Zero Chill Face Mist, but then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, this isn't really gonna set my makeup, so I went ahead and I just used my MAC Fix Plus, the Cherry Blossom one. So I will use this, the Zero Chill Face Mist, at the end, just to refresh my face. So now we're gonna actually get into taking all this off. This is gonna be interesting because normally, as I mentioned to you guys before, I now do a double cleanse. I do the pre-cleanse with Dermalogica, and then I actually do my normal cleanser, the Purifying Cleansing Gel with Boschia. She has one, it's called the Clean Magic Face Wash. This one has Cucumber Rose in it, and it looks like this. Now this one I have actually tried in the store before. I used it on my arm that was full of makeup a while ago, and I was shocked at how well it works, so we're gonna see how it works here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off half my face with the Neutrogena wipe and then half with this, and then I'm just gonna wash my entire face. So let's get into that. I'm also gonna tie my hair up because your girl don't wanna get her hair wet right now. And I know what you're thinking, Carla, where's your headband? Carla doesn't have one right now, but it's fine because tomorrow is the day that Carla's gonna wash her hair. In the morning, I should say. So we're gonna get into that right now, you guys. A little poof poof. I am gonna use the Neutrogena wipe on both of my eyes, I think, because this is a water-resistant mascara. The Roller Lash, where's the thing? Oh, there it is. This is a water-resistant mascara. I know I should really try it, but at the same time, guys, I don't want my ears to burn. I don't know. Should I? I feel like all girls use makeup wipes as well. So we're gonna experiment to see how good it is at taking off the makeup, except for the mascara. So let's go ahead and take this off. I'm also gonna take off my lip. And now we're gonna take off half the face with this wipe. What was it that Jeffrey said in his video with Chain? The truth. That is gonna be half the face off with the makeup wipe. And that's what my skin looks like, guys. If you haven't seen it without makeup on, well, here we go. Okay, so yeah. So now I'm gonna go ahead with the Clean Magic Face Wash. We are going to go ahead and use it on both sides of the face. And we're gonna see how well it does taking off the makeup as well as cleansing the entire skin. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it smells really nice. It smells like cucumbers. So I'm just gonna do a little demonstrations on my face. It feels very gentle, very soft. Okay, so Clean Magic Face Wash. My skin feels really soft and smooth. I like that. It did a pretty good job of taking off the makeup. So yeah, I do like the Clean Magic Face Wash. I would definitely use this. It says apply to dry skin, wipe off its okay, I did. Your girl doesn't know how to read directions because it says to use as a makeup remover, apply to dry skin, and then wipe off the tissue. I wet my face and did the whole thing. It works as both then, yay! Okay then, cool. So now we're gonna try the Get That Grime Face Scrub. So this one has cucumber in it as well. Now this one, I'm very curious. I haven't done a scrub in a while. I definitely want to, I definitely need to. Massage, I'm gonna read the instructions first. Massage onto wet skin in circular motion, rinse thoroughly, use 2 to 3 times a week. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, cool. So we're gonna give this one a try too, you guys. Let's get this grime then. We're gonna wet my face again, and then we're gonna try it and see how it works. Skin is nice and wet. Now we're going with this. Also smells like cucumber, love that. So my friend Bailey from work, she got me into cucumber water, and now I feel like I had to make it because it was so refreshing and I felt like it hydrated me so well from normal water. So now I gotta go to Publix and buy a cucumber and like a jar so I can confuse it. Okay, so scrub's going on. It feels like a normal scrub, a little gritty, but not like super gritty where I feel like it's like stripping all of the layers of my skin. We're doing little massage motions. I can feel the exfoliation, you guys, dang. So now we'll rinse this off and see what the skin feels like underneath. Woo! Okay, so now, in my opinion, a good scrub shouldn't be impossible to take off, you know? Like, you should be able to rinse it off pretty easily and not have to worry about it slipping on your skin or still actually feel it on your skin. By that logic, the Get the Grime scrub would constitute as a good one because I can't feel any grittiness left on my skin. My skin does feel really soft. It feels, you know, like it's had a good cleanse, soft and supple. It doesn't feel too dried out either. I feel like the cucumber did a really good job of making sure that my skin didn't get too dry, which again, considering my skin's already pretty dry, especially in my cheek areas, I'm always very cautious about that now. So, wow, this actually feels really nice. Ooh, I like this. Yo, the makeup, whatever you want to say about the makeup, so far the skin has been bringing it. Okay, so the Get the Grime scrub is definitely getting an A+. By my count, I'm definitely liking that, and I will definitely be using that again. So now, okay, so now it's the treatment pads. So this is the One Swipe Glow Wipe Treatment Pads, Lavender. I actually did run out of my toner this morning. Oh, it comes with a little, comes with one of these, interesting. So I guess this is to make sure you don't get your hands all grubby in there. Ah, okay. So this is to get them off, I believe. Oh yeah, to like separate. So you only need one, I believe. Okay, so. Okay, and they're very small, interesting. So I did run out of my toner this morning, you guys. I do have another toner I would probably be using. I won't say which one yet because maybe that might come out in a favorites video, I'm not sure. And if it does, I'm so sorry. So yeah, you're meant to use one of these little pads all over your face. But they seem fine, they don't seem like they dried out too easily. Avoid the eye area, yes I know. Seems like she's all dried up. Okay, interesting. Give me a minute. Let's see how my skin feels after this. Get my eyebrows though, in case there's any leftover makeup on them. Nope, guess not. So this is an exfoliating blend of fruit enzymes, glycolic acid, and willow bark to help ditch dead skin and give skin a brighter look. Witch hazel keeps it in check, so that skin that glows like a clear little moonbeam. For a toner, not bad. Oh, it's still moist. Interesting. Not bad for a toner. I like the idea that it's infused in the pad, so you don't have to like pump it onto a pad, then put it on and throw away. It's all like all in one. Makes it nice and easy, especially for young girls that are starting out with their skincare, and they don't want to be doing like tons of steps. So yeah, I actually like this. I'm giving it a minute just to make sure, like, because I thought I felt tingliness here, but again, this isn't acne, so it might be a little more sensitive. But so far I don't feel like tingliness anywhere else. So I guess I'm not allergic to lavender. Cool. I think I already knew that. Now this is going to be really interesting because we're going to do the eyes, and I have two things for the eyes. Okay, one other product I did not get was the mask. Just because I tried it, I didn't really like the feel of it on my hand in the store, so I opted out. But I did get the Look Alive Eye Balm. This has cucumber and also has caffeine in it as well, and it also has a metal tip, just like the concealer. So it looks like this, you guys. Da-da-da-da. So it looks like that. Ooh, cute. And then it has the metal tip, just like the concealer, to help perk up your eyes. So like that. So we're gonna do that, but we're also gonna use the little eye pads, swimming under the eyes gel pads. This is gonna be very interesting. Put a whale under each eye on clean, dry skin with the tails facing in or out. You choose their adventure. Please leave them on for 10 to 15 minutes. So my friend that I mentioned at work, Bailey, the way she said that she tried it using the eye cream, and then she put the gel pads on top as like a treatment, and I definitely want to give that a try. So we're doing that. I like the way this is going on. Ooh. It's very cooling, very refreshing. I'm interested to see how this will work with my dark circles in the morning, so we shall see that. I feel like the cucumber is definitely doing a nice job in general of hydrating with the other products. I know it says the cool tip, but I'm going to use my fingers anyway because I said so. It feels like a normal eye cream, nothing too crazy. I like the metal tip because I feel like it does a nice job of giving that cooling sensation. Now we're actually going to go in with the gel pads, so that way we can see how this treatment comes out. These are the gel pads. It also comes with one of these so that you can bring out. And this I feel like is going to be a good thing because sticky. Oh look, they're so cute. Alright, so choose their adventure. I'm going to choose their adventure. Yes, I will choose their adventure, and in this case I'm going to do whale swimming inward. So because my under eye bags hold the weight of all my sins. These are very different from other gel pads that I've used before, guys, because the ones that I normally use are the Skin Iceland ones, and those, when you put them on, they do stick very easily. These are a lot more slippery, but that's not a bad thing per se. It gives you a chance to actually manipulate it and kind of place it where you want to. Okay, so it says leave them on 10 to 15 minutes. We're gonna leave them on. We put the eye cream on already as well, so I definitely want to see how that plays into it. Okay, 15 minutes are up, and now we're gonna take them off. Okay, so they still feel kind of squishy, kind of slimy. I did kind of accidentally rip through this one. I'm so sorry. They are very delicate, so if you have long nails like mine, you must be careful. Okay, so in terms of how my skin actually feels, wow, that felt really nice. It feels very cool, feels very refreshed, very supple. It feels plumped. Oh my gosh, wow, interesting. I would definitely have to see how my eyes feel in the morning and how they look, but in terms of like a treatment, wow, this one was nice. Interesting. So now we have the Dreamy Dew Moisturizer. So Featherlight Hydrating Lotion. It has 2 types of lotus flower extracts and vitamin B12. Interesting. Also has cucumber rose in it. So this is what the container looks like. And it says it's particularly good for dry skin. So this gets me kind of excited because as we've established, I have dry skins. Oh, yep, got the cucumber scent. So I mentioned earlier, no synthetic fragrances. These fragrances that I smell come from the actual ingredients then. which I love. Wow, this feels really nice. Ooh, okay. I'm enjoying. It goes a long way, definitely. It feels very hydrating, very like slippery, but this moisturizer feels so nice. It feels very, I'm gonna get a tiny bit more just from like around my mouth area. It feels very hydrating. I like that. I really like this moisturizer. Oh my gosh. As someone that has dry skin, that felt amazing. Whoa, okay. Okay, Miss Thing. This is what, like $14, $16? And that's all nice. Whoa. Maybe I'll definitely incorporate. I'm definitely gonna incorporate some of the stuff into my skincare routine. I don't know what way, shape, or form. That moisturizer was great, especially on top of like the eye cream and like the gel pads. Whoa, my skin feels so nice right now. So now I have the Zero Chill Face Mist. So here's the thing. I mentioned there was one product I might use that isn't hers, and that is my Saturn, just because of these. I mean, I'm gonna use some of it, but I want to put this on first. So we're gonna do the Zero Chill Face Mist, and this is rose water, so. Very refreshing, very much like a mist. Dries pretty quickly, I should say. It smells nice. It reminds me kind of the Mario Badescu one, but I feel like this one's softer. Like, not as strong as the other one. This one is just a normal run-of-the-mill face mist, I guess. You know, rose water, pretty soft. If you like it, if you like your face mist like that, fine. If you don't, I guess you're not really gonna like this one, but this one's okay. I like it fine. Now the last thing from Florence that I'm gonna use is the Glow Yeah Lip Oil. So this one, apply to your lips whenever they're very thirsty for moisture. So this has African mango butter and pancreas flower. Pancreas. Carla, go to bed. Pancreas flower. So this is what it looks like. Very cute. All of them come in one color. So we're gonna go ahead and try this out. Oh, just squeeze it too far out. Okay. Ooh, I like that it has a little bit of a tint to it. Like that way you could use it as like your lip if you don't like the gloss or something. And that was just one little squeeze. It does feel very moisturizing. It doesn't taste icky. I've tried some kind of like lip oils or lip scrubs that taste kind of icky. God bless Jeffree Star's lip scrubs because those are fantastic. They're edible, but in terms of like a lip oil, it's not sticky. It's not like a gloss at all. It has the tiniest hint of tint, like super tiny hint of tint. But I like that because it's sort of like that, you know, no makeup look. Like that's how I would describe the makeup for this line would be the no makeup look, or some makeup look. But yeah, I like that. That lip oil was nice. I feel like my lips are very refreshed as well. They were feeling a little dry. So yeah, I am gonna go ahead and put the Saturn on my acne just because that's how I've been treating it. But I'll do that off camera. So let me give my final thoughts on this collection. So for Florence by Mills, let's do makeup and then skincare. The makeup, I liked it. I think it's a great makeup line for young girls that are starting out with makeup, or people who don't like to wear a lot of makeup but they want to wear something. The skin tint in particular, I actually really liked. I liked how lightweight it was, and how despite being super light coverage, it did do a nice job of coverage. The concealer, I'm still a little on the fence on it just because I need to experiment and see what happened with the mascara situation, but other than that, I did like the concealer. For what it is, I did not expect it to cover my dark circles that well, and it did a pretty okay job of doing it. The Cheek Me Later Cream blush I loved. I loved it because I'm not someone who is normally prone to wearing blush, but I would wear this even on the regular, or I would also use it as like a lip color. I really like the way it went from cream to powder finish, and I like that the different shade ranges they have. I do have only one, but I definitely like this one a lot for a blush. The gloss, it's okay. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh my god, I loved it. I didn't fall in love with this gloss. It's a very beautiful color, the one I got, Modern Mills. The colors are very nice. The streakiness is a little off-putting, so you do have to kind of go back and put it on, but afterward you don't have to deal with that. And it is not really, you know, food-proof, so yeah, I do like the fact that it has the vitamin E and the shea butter, because that's the one thing, my lips did not feel dry. Sometimes they're having glosses where I feel like my lips get kind of dry afterward or get tacky or sticky. This one did not have that problem. I barely felt it. That's probably why I didn't even know when I needed to reapply it, because I could barely feel it. So I do like that aspect of it. This one, if I'm doing like grades, the blush is like an A so far. The tint, like this would be a straight A. This would be like a concealer tentative A9 minus / B plus, don't know yet. This one I would call it maybe a B plus if I'm being generous. No, it's B. This would be a B, and depending on if you are one of those people that do not like to reapply, probably like a B minus. But yeah, no, this one I would say is a B. I have not tried her mascara, I have not tried the brow gel, so I cannot give honest opinions on that. So, the skincare though, now that stuff is definitely all getting like A's at least. The wash, I would give that an A, because it did a really great job cleansing. It was really gentle. It does a good job cleaning makeup from what I remember of taking off the makeup that was on my arm that one day at work, which I actually did put it on dry skin before water, now that I remember. So yeah, this one definitely gets like an A plus if you're looking at it from like a price point perspective. The scrub also, I'm gonna give this one an A as well. Probably an A plus, just because the scrub is so nice. Like it does really, like I felt such a suppleness afterward. I felt so nice. It does have ivory palm, seed powder, and vitamin E. I did feel like my skin got really, you know, cleansed after that, like, you know, a nice little scrub. It felt nice and treated. The cucumber is great at keeping the skin hydrated without like the scrub drying it out. It's not too harsh, and I don't feel like it's still stuck on afterward. Like it wasn't impossible to take off. It wasn't even really that hard to remove with water. So definitely loving that. Treatment pads. They were kind of interesting. I would give this one probably an A minus. It's a nice way for it to just sort of be like a one step. You just swipe it all over and it's done. It's super gentle. It does have the glycolic acid, which I love having glycolic acid in my toner. My tool toner right now is 10% glycolic acid, so I did like love the fact that this one has it. The eye cream and the eye gel pads. Each of these, I would say, you know, probably an A minus A, but like when you put them together, this is an A plus, baby. The Look Alive Eye Balm, the application with the cold tip, the steel tip, is really nice because it did feel like my eyes were waking up. It felt like they were perking up. Combine that, do this first, and then combine it with the gel pads. Oh my gosh, my skin still feels so supple. I can't really see too much of my dark circles or like it doesn't look so baggy as earlier. So I definitely recommend both of these duos. Like if you had to choose just like one or two products from this entire collection to buy, I would say these two. These would be my MVPs of the entire collection, like hands down. I love these two so much. Also, these are so cute. I love the little whales, and the one thing is that they are very like delicate, so I would say be careful with them, especially if you have long nails. But other than that, I love these two products so much. These are probably my favorite products out of everything. The moisturizer was incredible. I really like this. I would definitely say this is an A plus as well, at least for someone with dry skin. This line is made for all skin types. I'm not sure how it would work with someone with more oily skin. People with normal skin, I'd say, would probably be an A. Oily skin, I'm not sure. I don't want to, you know, infer and be wrong. But for someone, if you're with dry skin, A plus. I like this moisturizer a lot, and I felt like it got a really nice coverage. Like a little goes a long way, like I mentioned. And my skin felt like so refreshed and hydrated afterward, especially when you combine it with this duo over here. I know I'm still talking about it, but God, I love this duo so much. Yeah, this is definitely another A plus as well. The lip oil, I actually really like it. It doesn't feel too tacky, but it doesn't feel like super turned on. I feel like it's dried out a little bit, but enough that I can still feel the moisture. I would say this is definitely an A. I like that it has a little bit of a tint to it, but not like a ton. I feel like it's a tint that kind of enhances your natural lip color. That would be the best way that I could describe it. Yeah, I really like this, so I would give this one an A. The Zero Chill Face Mist. This one, I'm going to give it a B. Maybe a B plus. Probably like a B. In terms of the face mist, I felt it went on very nicely. I felt it dried pretty quick, and I did feel like nice hydration. but it did feel kind of soft and light. So, but I would say this one's okay. It's nothing super special. It's not like a big wowza. It's not something super crazy that I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to have it like the other guys. I would say this one's probably like a B. But yeah, you guys, that's gonna be about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I probably made it feel kind of long anyway, sorry. But yeah, so this was my review of the Florence by Millie Bobbie Brown collection. Overall, I would actually recommend this line. Even though some of the products aren't necessarily that great or that wowzer for me, a lot of them were, some of them more than others, and I would definitely say give it a try, especially if you want something that for that no makeup look, something for like a young girl, like as a gift, especially these holidays are coming. If you have like a daughter or a little sister that's getting started into makeup and you want to ease her into it, this would be really cool. And also I really like the fact that it is such a clean brand. I like that there's no synthetic fragrances in it. Cruelty-free, vegan. I would say, yeah, definitely give it a try. I really enjoyed it. My skin feels great. I cannot wait to see what it's like tomorrow. I am gonna put on the Saturn, but I'll do that off camera like I said. And yeah, so that's gonna be about it from me, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like, comment in the comment section below. If you've tried the collection, tell me what your favorite product is below. Or if you haven't tried it, tell me which product it is that you're looking forward to trying the most. Definitely subscribe for more. So yeah, I'm going to get out of here, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the Saturn and then get into my PJs and then maybe start editing this, who knows. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.